Hey guys, welcome to the Chaotic Dollhouse. And today I'm going to be doing a, faux unboxing of the Thing Ultimate MacReady action figure that I got back in the States a few months ago. I say faux unboxing because those who have seen the animation MacReady Throws a Bottle, you will know that I already opened this and used the action figure to animate with him. So I got this, as I said a while back, in the States at the Target. I think he was around $37 plus tax. If I had bought him by himself, I had bought other stuff with him, so it wasn't the exact pricing. But that's what I would have gotten him if I had just gotten him by himself. So this is a box, very holographic. It is reflecting off the skylights off the ceiling, so I'm very sorry about the glare there. All the way around. I really like this back picture here. And this is a flap that opens and shows the action figure with all the accessories you can get. And then there's just this picture right here. Figure. And the way to get this figure is to open it from the top. I had already cut the circular tape on here and everything. And just kind of, there we go. Just slides out like that. A little up closer without all the glare on the box. He is held down by all these twist ties. They were much neater when I first bought him initially. And in the box we get 2 spare heads, his hat, shotgun over here, a lantern, a pair of sunglasses, and a pair of goggles. There's actually a covering over this, so there you go, you can see that a little better. And then on this side, this also has a covering on it, is 2 pairs of extra hands. One is a gloved hand, which is what he's wearing right now. He's got his gloved hands on. And some pairs of hands that are not wearing gloves. A whiskey bottle right here, and a cup and a shot of whiskey that actually has whiskey and miniature ice cubes in it. Whoops. Oh, yep. Those are not held down. I'll just take some of these out so they're not falling all over the place. And I actually really want to show you guys the miniature whiskey. It's very hard to see, but the whiskey is in there. And so is the little ice cubes. It is extremely hard to see because for some reason my camera just does not want to focus on it. But they are there. Let me see if I can try and get these wacky twist ties back out, because I originally put him back in the box for transit over here to the United Kingdom when I came to visit, so because I didn't want to leave him behind. That's also why I kept the box intact. I'm normally known as a box shredder. Especially when I had my Five Nights at Freddy's figures, I would just tear the box open. So let me just try and get him back out of the box so I can show you his articulation. He's got quite a few points of articulation. He's got his head, his shoulders, his elbows, his wrists. He actually has hip articulation, or should I say his waist, which is around like the belt or the edge of his jacket, I should say. He also has upper leg, which I guess would be considered his hips, and then his knees, and he also has ankle articulation. And he can stand on his own, which I thought was really great. I initially thought I was going to have a problem with that because one of his feet is actually molded in a certain position, so I thought I was going to have trouble with standing him up like that. But You just got to position him properly and he will stand up just fine. No need for an action figure stand or anything. Come on, there we go. God, this is going to be fun putting him back in. Okay, it is going to get a little loud because he doesn't have any twist ties for his hands. They're actually going through the plastic. There's holes in the plastic where his hands go through. I got him out originally. I'm going to have to try and wiggle him out. This was fun initially. This is going to be fun again. So, headphones. For those of you wearing headphones, might be slight sound warning because this could get loud. So, let me see if I can try and get him back out. Come on, Mac. Okay, there we go. That was actually a little bit easier than it was last time. So, here he is, completely out of the box. Let me show you guys how he stands. That's how he can stand all by himself. He is a NECA figurine. I probably should have said that before I started opening the box, but he is from NECA. I've heard mixed reviews from NECA saying that their quality is not always the best, but I actually wrote a review about him on my DeviantArt page, fanficgirl26, if you guys want to go look at that. And he is actually really good. He is really good quality. His joints, here's his shoulder articulation. It can go up front. It's a little squeaky. His elbow. His joints are stiff but sturdy. Sometimes I'm okay with some stiffness as long as they're sturdy. He can move his wrists like that. All his hands do this. All of his hands have the same articulation. Here's the hip rotation I was talking about. He can move a little bit like that, side to side. There's not a lot of articulation there, but it is there. His legs, he can go out like that a little bit. The hips, he can bend his knees and probably, I'm sorry, I'm showing you his backside a whole lot. And here, and his ankle rotation, his ankle articulation can go. That's as far as his foot will go backwards, and his foot won't go any farther. It's this foot right here that is molded in this position, how his ankle is turned like that. I can't get it out of that position. It is forever molded like that, but I really don't mind. The ankle articulation still works fine. When he has head rotation, he can go up and down a little bit. With the other heads up and down is a little bit more harder because of him in his hood, hoodie or whatever. I'm going to show you guys how I take off the hands. I actually figured this out myself because I was actually very scared about removing the hands, because one time I had a limited edition glow-in-the-dark Foxy Five Nights at Freddy's Funko action figure, and I was a little too rough on the joints, and one of the ball joints broke in half on the arms and I couldn't fix it. So what I do is I take the figure's arm, and then I take my finger, my thumb, and I grab right at the base of the joint, and I just gently pull and twist, and it comes right out. There is a little bit of paint chipping on the black gloves, on the black gloved hands, but that's, I'm not too bothered by that. And these little parts right here, these are just, you could just slip those right off. And here is one of his other hands, and I do this the same way with getting the joints in, I just hold it at the base and I gently push it in while twisting it. And I'll just show you that it also has the same articulation as the gloved hands. So with all these accessories he has, like the lantern and everything, I found out that he can't hold all of them, which is weird. I don't know if that's just me not knowing how action figures work, because I'm not a huge, like, I never was a giant action figure fan until Five Nights at Freddy's came around in like my life in like 2014. So I don't know exactly how a lot of action figure stuff works, but I tested a lot of all these, like the Scotch bottle and even his shotgun, and like the hands where it looks like he's supposed to be holding the shotgun. They won't go in his hand, especially the shotgun. The shotgun does not fit in his hand. I don't know why. I think that's kind of counterintuitive, but that's just my perspective. I like actually using my action figures for stuff, whereas most people just keep them in the box and probably sell them on eBay for buttloads amount of money. But I like to actually get up and close with my figurines and stuff like that and actually use them. Like, as you saw with this guy, I used him for a stop motion animation because I was trying to test his articulation and everything. So the fact that I found out that he couldn't hold all of his accessories properly kind of made me sad. So, but I'm not going to complain about it all that much, because already this is a really well done figure. He is extremely detailed, and he's really sturdy. He's actually kind of heavy on his own, but whoops. Really well made figure by NECA, really good quality. I would show you guys how I would take off and swap out the heads, but it's basically the same thing as what I do for the hands, but the heads are a lot thicker, and the neck peg in his neck here is also thicker, which doesn't always work out. I guess I could just show you guys. Anyway, so I take one hand, my less dominant hand, and hold the body, and I take my dominant hand and I grip the head like this. And then I basically just do the same thing that I do for the hands. I gently pull and twist. This is a lot harder to get off because it's a much thicker peg, but it does come off. There we go. That's how thick the head is, and this is how much bigger the neck peg is. And let me see if I can just get one of the heads out here. This might get a little loud. Another headphone sound warning. Ah, dang it. Oh, dang it. Did that break? God damn it. Just a minute. Shit. Okay. Try and... Well, the lantern broke, and I wasn't even trying. So, but I'll figure that out later. So, this is one of the heads. This is just to... let me see if I can get it on there. So for the heads, I just push them on because much thicker. But here's one of the extra heads. Oh yeah, see there we go. It wasn't a solid connection because of how much harder it is to get the heads on. These require a lot more force than the hands do because of how much thicker the neck peg for the head is. Okay, I don't know if that's on there securely, but that's what one of the extra heads looks like. As you can see, there's a little bit of blue behind his jacket right there, and it matches up here. But they basically have the same articulation as his normal head here. So yeah, it wasn't a secure connection anymore. So Just pop the normal head back on right here. This one actually goes back on a lot more better than the other ones. And the other ones do. I wonder if that, there we go. I don't know if you guys heard that, but there was a little pop that lets me know that the head is on there securely. Where with the hands, there's not really much of a sound there. But, so yeah, that's my first unboxing video with my MacReady action figure. I plan to get more of the MacReady action figures from NECA because they look to be around the same quality as this guy, especially dog thing or kennel thing, because I want to do more stop motions with this guy, especially since I am now part of the Thing fandom, so want to do some justice by that. So thank you guys all so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and be sure to hit that bell notification so you never miss a video. Okay, bye.